Hello and welcome to another video of The Former Banker. I am Austin, I'm the former banker, bringing you a decade of experience to navigate the wild, wonderful world that is finances. I want to take a second and talk today about probably the number one goal that I heard almost every customer tell me in my 10 years being in retail banking, from consumer customers clear up to business customers, young to old, everything in between, and that was, hey Austin, how do I make savings a priority and how do I make it easier? Well, as you know, if it's easy, typically it will be a priority. So that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to give you three very easy ways to save money. So let's dive in. So if you're like me, you love having money, you'd probably like to have more of it, and you like to have it working for you. Well, step number one to that is actually having money. It's saving it. You know, it really saddens me that here in America, so few people actually have a savings account set up. I think it was a statistic back in 2020 came out, I'm just reading it here on my computer, that almost 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 saved. And I think that that really speaks a lot to the state of the economy, where we're at today. It also states a lot to the financial advice that we're given and the guidance that we're given. So I want to drop in on this video and give you guys three easy examples that anybody can do to start saving money. That's our job here at The Former Banker. Again, that's why I started this, to give you guys real practical advice that you can start implementing today to change that financial picture as quick as possible. So let's start with number one. One of the really easy ways that we used to give our customers is going to be the automatic transfer or the auto transfer. Super fancy name, very easy to do. Essentially all that it is you sign into your online banking either on your app or on your computer. You pick a day, could be one day a month, could be 2 days a month, could be once a week, and you tell your bank, do me a favor, take money at this specific time on this specific day and transfer it from my checking account down into my savings. Super easy to start with, very easy to set up. If you get in a pinch, it's also very easy to cancel. My recommendation, and this is the way I did it, this is the way I started saving money, I got paid every 2 weeks on a Friday. So on the Friday that was payday, I had an automatic transfer set up of $25. So my paycheck would come into my account at midnight. That morning when I woke up, the money was already moved out. Now, $25 may not sound like a lot, but let's draw that out over 26 times, 26 pays a year. At the end of the year, you're going to be at $650. Small amount, absolutely, but it's $650 further than where you were at before. Let's move on to number two. Option number two is best if you want the money taken out before it ever hits your account. I like to shop. I like to spend money. You know, it is what it is. It's an addiction. I've shared with you guys before. I love watches. I also love suits and good clothing. I used to sell suits at Nordstrom years ago. It became an addiction very quickly. Now, I'm not ashamed to admit it. It is what it is. Could be worse addictions, right? Option number two is easy. If you're worried sometimes about, hey, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be disciplined enough to set that transfer up and stick with it. Most people don't know this, but you can actually, in option number two, change your direct deposit. I don't know why this isn't talked about more, but it is true. You can go to your employer, if you have a savings account set up, and you can say, hey, employer, split my direct deposit between two different accounts. Now, this is a method that we used, again, just to make things easy. But essentially, if you're doing this, you go to your job and you tell them, I've got my paycheck here. This is my money. I want you to take part of it and I want you to send it to my checking account. CKG, fancy banker abbreviation, big 3 letters for checking account. And I want you to also take and send part of it to my savings account. Typically, they do this by percentage. So you're going to tell your employer how you want it broken down. You really want to make an easy impact? Tell them, hey, I want 85% of my check to go into my checking so that I can live off of, and 15% to go to my savings. Super, super easy way to do it. Again, money's taken out before you ever see it. Way number 3, and this is what I transitioned into. Guys, this is for the hardcore savers, okay? But way number 3 is going to be the final option. And once you start really building up a bulk, start having a significant amount of money sitting around, this is what I would recommend. And if you guys are going to do method number 3, I would also recommend looking for a bank that pays you significant interest rates. Why? Because if you're going to do number 3, the money's going to be very, very hard to access. In reality, it's not super hard. Typically, it's going to take about 3-day turnaround. Method number 3, open an account at an online bank or a bank that's not nearby. Why is that? If it's easy to get to, it's easy to spend. Money is like a jealous lover. If you guys have never heard that, it's true. If you don't pay attention to it, poof, it's going to go away. An online bank is really nice because it's going to blend method number 2 with this third method and give you a buffer here to make sure that you're not going to spend this money. So you're going to go back just like method number 2. If you want to change part of your direct deposit, great, you can do that. If not, you can wait till the money hits your account and then immediately send it off to the online bank. Why? Because again, typically it's about a 3-day turnaround. Usually then what's going to happen is if you're out and about and you find something that you really love, oh my gosh, yes, I got to have it, got to buy it, got to go to that concert, and it takes 3 days for you to get your money, now you've got 3 days to think about it, 3 days to evaluate. Do I really love it? If the answer is no, guess what? The money stays in that account. Again, the harder it is to get your hands on, the more illiquid it is, the more protected it is, the easier it's going to be to save. I'm Austin from The Former Banker. 3 steps here, 3 different methods that hopefully make savings easier for you. These are the 3 that I've used with numerous customers in my career and 3 that I've used myself. Do me a favor, if you found this helpful, leave us a comment, let us know, hey, it worked great. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you've got anything that you want us to cover, let us know in the comments as well. It only helps us to bring you more actionable, real-world advice and experience. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode in The Former Banker. I'll see you next time.